All right, guys, so we're going to be day trading live today. I'm going to make myself a little bit larger here. We are going to be day trading live today. Day trading futures. See if we can make some money. Let me know if it brought you over. It should have brought you over. Let me know if it did. Yeah, it looks like it did. All right, good. Good morning, chat. It's a holiday week. Might be a little slow, but that's okay. We're gonna do a poll here like we always do. Not quick enough. Were you red or green day trading last week? Red and green. Vote on the poll. Let me know how you feel. Morning, beautiful people. What's up, Biggie, Dark, Wait, Miss, Sean, Ricky, Keegan. 64% saying they're green out of 30 votes already. All right, guys. So we're down 250 in this account. We'll switch over to our actual funded account soon if we need to as well. Ugh. What's up, day trader Sky? We got Thanksgiving holiday today. Or no, not today. I'm sorry. We got Thanksgiving holiday Thursday. All right, so far we are down roughly $100, maybe more, roughly $200 this morning in our challenge account. We'll see how that goes. We'll update the stream so you can see it. Again, we got AMD running up, dragging the market up. We got Cassava Sciences dragging the pharmaceutical industry down. We got Nvidia falling back a little bit here. We've got Apple moving up some. So blue chip stocks are doing pretty good. Apple's green. Nvidia's slightly green on the day, I think, but it's about flat on the day, but red over the last few days. So just broke underneath that 200 exponential moving average here as well. Alright, so we got this little down wick here. I think we're gonna short this real quick. One contract. These down wicks have been kind of hurting us lately. Two contracts. We took half off. Didn't really get any profit there, but that's alright. $15.20. And we are trading on Top Step X. The big edge is 0 commissions. Even if I use regular E-mini contracts, it's only $2.80 per trade, or per contract. So a tiny amount of fees per trade, not a lot. I keep telling myself I'm gonna wait until the opening bell. We still got 20 minutes though. Watching Nvidia, I want to see what Nvidia does right here. Nvidia is under the 200 exponential. I want to see if we bounce or reject at this level. Watching Bitcoin here. Bitcoin still got a ways. Yeah, we're just getting beat up here trading these. Get a lot of volatility today for Monday. I'm going to switch to my other account just to protect it. I'd rather do that. I mean, we built up a good cushion on both of these where we're up about $1,500. Like, you can kind of see the trade list. But most of this is coming after the opening bell, so I just have to be patient, I think. My big... I wonder if I could lock myself out in the morning, so I don't get bored and end up trading it, because I do really well after the opening bell. Pre-open, I end up getting beat up. Yeah, we got some economic data this week. We got a lot of stuff. It's the holiday week 2, and so it's kind of condensed economic reports. Tomorrow we got the Fed minutes report. So we do have the Fed minutes report tomorrow. We also have consumer confidence at 10. Jobless claims, durable goods, GDP data, PCE data all land on Wednesday this week. So a bunch of economic data on Wednesday specifically. And then everything else is kind of quiet for the holiday afterwards. But yeah, tomorrow and Wednesday we got some stuff. Today's kind of boring. Exactly why I stuck to my analysis. Why is Nvidia barely moving? Taiwan Semiconductors TSM. They're down some over the last 2 days, but they ripped up a lot before that. What's up, Ren? Again, we're at 190 right now for TSM. It's up huge on the year, though. That's the only thing for me about buying it, is that it's up so much on the year. Nvidia did fight its way back over that 200 exponential moving average. I don't want to lock myself out all day. I want to lock myself out in the morning prior to the opening bell. That's what I want to do. I want to get myself out of there before the opening bell, so I'm not like destroying my account early in pre-market. Yeah, let me look at the settings here. Risk settings. Personal lockout. I'm gonna have to mess with this after the day is up. So I can set my, let's see, New York session. Yeah, so I can set a custom 2-hour lockout. So in the morning, every morning, remember to lock me out of futures for at least the first 2 hours of the stream. That's what I'll do. All right, so I'll start doing that tomorrow. We got 15 minutes until the market opens, chat. 15 minutes. Yeah, it's because I'm streaming too, though. Like, I'm streaming early in the morning, so everybody's watching me, and I want to give them something to do. But, like, it ends up beating me up. It ends up biting me, you know? We got some Christmas music playing. Again, market opens in 15 minutes. Goodbye with Target. Yeah, I mean, Target, you know, again, one thing you got to learn is to just combat people's emotion, man. Like, people get so wrapped up in, I'm going to take a little bit more off here. People get so wrapped up in, like, politics and, like, all this different stuff. Most of the time, you can find some objective value on stocks that people count out. Target's one of them, you know, in my opinion. Disney at 116s. Yeah, so I bought it. We bought a couple different stocks. We're really up nicely here. We bought AMD, Amazon, Coca-Cola, Nike, Pepsi, and Target. And the reason we bought all of them had the same story. Like, Target was just down a lot, right? So Target was just down a lot from earnings. it just made sense to buy it. If we look at like a 15-minute chart, you know, they're just down big, right? Made sense to buy it. AMD, kind of a similar thing where AMD had been dropping. Like, look at this big drop. We put up like an hourly chart. AMD's down pretty significantly from its highs last year. Right, 175, it's at 140s. We got a little dip to buy there. Coca-Cola, not telling you to buy any of this stuff, of course. Coca-Cola, kind of the same thing. I like Coca-Cola long-term, though. But, again, you can kind of just see Coca-Cola's down big on the year. And so we were buying that up. I think it's down big on the year. Let me see. Yeah, Coca-Cola wasn't down on the year, but it's pulling back enough from the highs. Coca-Cola hit 73 highs earlier in September and then fell. It's been basically dropping since September, a big percentage as well. So Coca-Cola just had a cheap entry. It's been dropping since September. The other one I bought was Nike. Nike, there's been a lot of like fear in the shoe market recently. But Nike had this big drop. If we put up like a monthly chart here, you can kind of see how big Nike's down from these highs up here at 181s. And so it just seemed like a cheap time to buy Nike. And then Pepsi, kind of the same logic of all this stuff too. Pepsi, really great long-term trend, short-term downward trend. If you look at a monthly chart, it just makes sense, I think. All right, so you just got to find stuff where they got a good objective story that you can use. And I thought a lot of these had a good story. There's Apple. Gold keeps dropping. Well, gold's, I've told people this before, man. Do y'all remember what I told you guys about gold? Like, gold, the problem with it is that everybody's like, buy gold, buy gold, buy gold, buy gold, right? And I get it. The real problem is that it's on a freaking, like, 5 to 10 year upswing. In my opinion, that's the worst time to buy it. You gotta wait until it dips. And I'm not talking about this last little freaking 3-week dip. I'm talking about, if you look at a monthly chart on gold, gold has been on a huge run. In 2015, gold was at $1,000 an ounce. It's now at almost $3,000 an ounce. And percentage-wise, since 2015, it's up a lot. And so I think it makes a lot of sense for gold to start correcting at least a little bit, just in terms of just basic balance. And gold can downtrend for years and years and years. And so it's just not the time to buy gold for me personally. And with that said, gold is always dependent on everything going on in the world, right? And so if like an example of this is if we go into some crazy geopolitical stuff, or if the economy tanks or some stuff like that, gold might spike again. But that's not a high enough probability for me to bet on it. Long term is fine. If you want to bet on it long term, do your thing. DCA, do whatever you want to do. I'm not telling you what to do, and have no idea what it's going to do. But short term, it can freaking do anything. Has anybody ever bought shoes from StockX? Personally, no. Specifically because, like, I'm not a big sneaker guy. I'm too old, right? I'm too old. I'm in my 30s now. I can't comfortably wear a pair of Jordan 1s and feel normal, right? Like, if I wear a pair of Jordans right now, I feel like this guy. You know? And so I just can't comfortably do it. I've tried. Like, I went to Disney World a few years ago, and I bought myself some Jordan 1s, and I wore them to Disney World. And, like, my wife's side of the family is very, I'm trying to think of the word. They're very mature, I guess is the easiest way to put it. Maybe a little bit less laid back, and you know, they're great people. They're great people, most of them. They're all great. But I wore some Jordan 1s, and I immediately regretted it afterwards in the pictures. Because they're all looking nice, and I got, I don't know, man. I just can't do it. I'm not judging you if you do. Wear what you like. But I used to wear Air Maxes and Jordans, and, Now I'm just too old, I think. Time for dad shoes. Yeah, I'll wear some like boat shoes. I wear some Hey Dudes a lot too. I wear like Hey Dudes. Let the rate go back to under 4%. Preferably closer to 2% at that point. Gold will drop nicely. Yeah, for sure. I'm proud I still ride BMX at 50. Do your thing, dude. I'm not mad at you. Yeah. Live your life though. Like, I'm not mad at it. I can't, you know. I like skater shoes anyway. I was kind of a skateboarder. So if I did wear some shoes like that, I'd probably wear some like DCs or some Etnies or like whatever, you know, some Vans. I'd rather be that guy, or some Converse. I'll wear some Converse too. Martin Shkreli told everybody to short Kava 10 hours ago. I mean, if the news was public information, then it's public information. Digging yourself into holes here. Oh yeah, my in-laws are great people. You know, my wife's side's great people. They really are. They're good people. I'm not judging them. They're definitely classier than I am. I'll tell you that. In my side. Anyways, we're over 21K. We got 7 minutes here, chat. 7 minutes. Gold's still dumping down though. Looks weak. With that said, though, speaking of shoes, Nike's down a lot, and I think Nike. One thing has remained true since Michael Jordan in the 90s. Nike's been the brand. You know, it's been the brand in shoes. Now, I think you should always be a little bit careful regarding fashion brands. You know, I told you guys about Lululemon years ago, and Lululemon's down like freaking 40-50% in the last few years. Why? Because fashions change, brands change, interests change. Young people don't want to wear what their parents wore, with a few outliers, right? So sprout up brands like Lululemon, probably not the safest long term, right? But if we look at like legacy companies like Nike, those are a little bit safer. And I think those you could argue for some dip buys, some investments there. It just depends on, you know, what you want to do. You just got to be smart. You got to be smart there. And get in some value. Yeah, well, Lululemon short term makes tons of money, right? And but the problem is that, like, I have kids, you know, I know how kids are, and the way kids behave is like this. Kids do not want to wear what their parents wore, and so if their parents wore X brand, honestly, this is true for the most part, except for young people now, right? Like, I've got a 15-year-old daughter. They dress, they're basically stealing our style, right? Like, I grew up in the 90s, baggy Jinko pants, skater shoes, you know, shaggy hair, you know what I mean? Curly, shaggy hair. Young people dress exactly like that now. Like, they're one of the main generations, except for boys. Boys have like 80s short shorts now. They have like 80s short shorts, and it's like a mix of like Karate Kid style 80s and like grunge 90s is like the style right now. Regardless, young people don't want to use the same social media platform that their parents use, right? Young people don't want to wear the same clothes that their parents wore, except for some of this new generation. And so what that means is investing into fashion companies that are big right now is a risky bet. It's kind of like investing in Hollister, you know? Young people don't really want to use that. They usually want to find their own style. And they might succeed, but I think there's a risk investing in fashion brands long term, just because trends change, interests change, fashions change. And you can see it in Lululemon, right? Lululemon dropped from 520 basically down to 3, where it's sitting now. So All right, so we got a little dip here. We're still waiting to trade. We got 4 minutes left. Yeah, I had Jinkos. I had the coolest Jinkos ever. Yeah, free dress Friday. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a Lululemon sweater right now, actually. Like, I'm not hating on Lululemon. I'm pretty sure this is a Lululemon sweater. My wife loves it, right? My wife shops there. And so I go there. You buy like 3 little flimsy things. It's like $600. And so Lululemon's making money, you know? Like, don't get it twisted. They are earning money. The question, though, is do they stay popular for the next few decades? And I think that's a much bigger vulnerability for them than current sales, which are probably still pretty good. Yeah, man. All right, 3 minutes, chat. 3 minutes. Disney? I don't know. Disney's up a lot. It's up to 115. It's kind of outside of my buy. I like buying Disney $80, $90 a share. I've been telling people this for freaking years, man. $80, $90 a share for Disney is usually like where that's where you want to buy. I'm not telling you what to do. Not an investment professional. I have no idea what's going to happen with it. Do not copy me. Not liable if you do. Blah, 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 right? But every time Disney's pulled back to $85, $90 a share in the last 5 years, it's bounced all the way back up to at least 120, 115. Incredibly consistent. If anybody's been watching my stream long enough, you know I've said this for freaking years, right? It's incredibly consistent. Now, it's not always going to work. You know, chances are I might say this now and next time it happens, whatever, might be wrong. But it's pretty consistent. And honestly, I've made a lot of money on Disney doing the exact same thing. I'm definitely green on it, I think. All right, chat, we got a minute and a half left. Hit the live button next to the play button. Again, if you want to day trade with me, I am day trading on Top Step, funded account program. If you sign up, use Top Step X, 0 commission, no PDT rule. You can day trade the NASDAQ, the S&P 500, the Dow, the Russell, gold. Some currencies patterns are super similar to blue chip stock patterns, and 0 commission on Top Step X. Check them out. Great way to learn how to day trade. Great way to get funded if you don't have that much money. Great way to, you can get funded, make money, withdraw, fund your own account if you want. Check it out. There's the link. Here we go. You can watch me day trade it on it today. And we're going to wait until the opening bell. We also got to wait at least 5 minutes after the bell, right? We've been doing well after the open, but that's only if we wait 5 minutes. If we get stuck buying something super early, then volatility picks up. So we're going to wait. All right, here we go. 30 seconds, chat. 30 seconds. Is Tesla falling? Yeah, Tesla's dipping down, but it broke high, so it's kind of right back to that 200 EMA exponential moving average, volume weighted average price level. It depends on where they're listed, Chris. Chris said, do all stocks trade pre or only certain ones? Depends on where they're listed. But most of them do, yes. All right. There is the opening bell here, guys. Let's day trade. Big drops at the opening bell, big dips. Again, Apple pop up and then retrace completely here. Look at that. So Apple popped up, retraced completely. Let's watch Nvidia falling down heavy at the opening bell, dragging everything back down some here. Target testing highs again. Let's watch AMD now. AMD falling down some too, dragging everything down with us. Look at that big red candle at the open, chat. Wow. Look at that drop. What a drop at the opening bell. Look at this thing, man. Wow. Look at NVIDIA fall. This is why I don't trade that first 5 minutes. Target's still breaking highs, though. Alright, you know what? I'm going to take a little bit more off of Target. I kind of have to. Here, right? I'm still going to leave a lot, like the majority of what I have left on here. There we go. Just kind of limits my risk. Amazon ripped up at the opening bell, too. Took a little bit off of Amazon too, just to protect the trade. We already made so much. All right, there goes AMD turning here, chat. AMD turning around. I'm gonna put AMD up on the top right. AMD completely filled the downward move it made. We're 2 minutes into the opening bell, chat. Tesla? Yeah, Tesla's kind of volatile. I gotta let the opening bell play out first before we start attacking stuff. Tesla's back up now too. AMD completely flat opening range though here, look at this. And then look at NVIDIA dip all the way down there too. Yeah, so we got a little bounce back up. All right, look at this big rebound back up again. We're watching Amazon fight its way back up. Tesla retracing some here. AMD went back up, and now it's AMD's one of the flattest stocks in the market right now. Watch NVIDIA. NVIDIA's at 140s. I want to see if NVIDIA holds over 140s though. Yeah, we got 400 people here for our day trading stream. Not bad. We're trying to grow this day trading channel, or this day trading stream that we do. Also, if you want to join our Discord, I'll put the Discord link up. Great way to help support the channel here. Completely free Discord, doesn't cost anything. We're kind of trying to grow it right now. And so, there's the link if you want to check it out. If that link doesn't work, let me know, but it should. All right, NVIDIA cracking lows right now. Look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA's breaking lows of market hours. NVIDIA just broke lows of the day. Where's Bitcoin? Amazon's still pumping up though. That looks good. Honestly, what I bought is ripping up today. Amazon, Target, Nike. I'm gonna take some more off of Nike here too. Actually, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit off of Nike, just a little bit. All right, just locked in some more. We'll let the rest sit, I think. Come for the advice? What's advice, bro? I don't even know what advice is. I'm up 1 M on the day, 1 minute, 1 money, $1. If you're genuinely trying to say 1 million, don't do it. Guy and Van, just don't do it. All right. We're going to buy this dip. First trade, 6 minutes into the opening bell. We got 2 contracts here. There's a challenge account, so there we go. 250 right there, nice. I just come here for the tunes. I don't know what you're talking about half the time. $1- Yeah. Aspect-oriented programming. I know object-oriented programming. I don't know what to do. Honestly, we're getting kind of a lot of chop. Nvidia's breaking down this morning, right? But Amazon's flying up. Target's really ripping up. Almost up to 130s right now. And so much so I got to take just a little bit off here. I can't help it. When I'm this right about something, I gotta take something. Coca-Cola, I'm even green on now. I'll probably let Coca-Cola sit. Pepsi too. Just limit my risk here. Market's so flat though, and the reason we're flat is because a lot of stuff's moving up and a lot of stuff's moving down. Yeah, I mean, don't do it, guy in the van. Just don't do it, bro. You know, I'm not trying to make fun, but like, yeah. All right, so now we're coming right back down. We're kind of flat. Hard to figure out what we're gonna do. It looks like a cup and handle breakout pattern here, though. I'm gonna short this real quick, see if I can scalp some money. There we go, just made another $80 or so. Nvidia's starting to bounce back. It's starting to fight its way back up. Yeah, listen, it's fine to say you're up that much. Just nobody message him, buy a course, mentorship program, or anything like that if that's what's ultimately coming. No offense to you, Guy and Van, but it is something that I have to protect followers about when people start to claim these huge gains, right? Because generally what happens is like a lot of the time people are either trying to scam, and I'm not saying that's you, but they're trying to scam or they're trying to sell something. And so they end up making outlandish claims, which maybe you are up that much. I can't really vet it. I'm not sure. They make these outlandish claims and then they use those claims to like sell people on stuff, experts and stuff like that. So I have to warn my following about that. Y'all be careful. Yeah, and I guess the point is if you're in long-term options and Nvidia's down on the day, how are you up $1 million? I guess that's the other question. Anyways, market's starting to run a little bit. AMD's starting to run. And so I'm in AMD as well. What do I want to do with AMD? I've already... Amazon's green. Yeah, all good. Tesla's made a pact. All right, big upward action here. I gotta wait to see if it settles down first to find some good value. Yeah, AMD's still ripping up though, guys. Look at AMD. Wow. Remember we bought AMD last week. Look at this rip up here though. Wow. We got a cushion here on this one on the day, so we can trade into that cushion if we get some good stuff. We got to watch AMD though. AMD's breaking highs. We are trading on Top Step X today, guys. Top Step X, 0 commission, no PDT rule. Look at that run. We're gonna short this. It's a really risky short. See if this is a liquidity grab high break. We got a cushion on the day already, so we just want to see if there's a liquidity grab high break, but alright, we ended up getting out flat there. We're gonna jump right back in, see if we can catch it. Kind of risky move today, but there we go. Ended up making 120 back there. We wanted to catch the pullback here. It just happened so quickly. Meme coins, Yeah, I mean, leave Guy and Van alone. He might be telling the truth. It's just so hard to vet, and it's hard to, you know. Ultimately, you got to just kind of trade safe with that type of stuff and understand kind of how it goes. You know, we pushed up so much that I do want to short, but we're also so strong right now. I kind of have to wait to see if we settle down a little bit first. And there's the pullback. Got it a little bit late, and that's all right. All right, so there's 40, 50. We're down. Let's see if we can retrace some more. All right, there we go. Made another 100 real quick. Yeah, it looks like our short thesis was correct here. And you can see how similar this is to day trading stocks, chat. So again, you can kind of see how similar this is to day trading stocks. No PDT in futures. You can day trade short, buy market, sell market. Very similar to day trading stocks. Yeah, all good, Guy and Van. Like, it's all good, bro. It's all good. Again, it's not that I want to vet it or don't want to vet it. I'm just telling everybody to be careful. As long as you're not selling courses or something, like, you're fine. Again, I've talked about it before, but the reason I'm like this is just because, like, I've had people who were, like, really friendly with me that really, really wanted to be a part of my community. And so, like, they would join it as a brand new person. And they'd be like, oh, you helped me learn day trading. I'm brand new. Thanks so much, right? And I let them be like a mod. This is a long time ago. I let them be like a mod or like somebody that reported on stuff like news. And pretty quickly, they went from saying, hey, I'm brand new to, hey, I've been day trading for 20 years and I make 50K a week, you know? And so, like, people on the internet want validation. And I think sometimes they put out these outlandish things so that they can get it. And I'm not saying that's you, right? I'm not saying that's you at all. I have to tell the community to just be careful, like, around that type of stuff, you know? All right. Look, we're going to take some more off on target here, I think, pretty soon. There we go. So we got a cushion on the day on this account. There we go. Taking pretty quick trades, but doing all right so far. because there goes AMD starting to come back down. But we also have NVIDIA right at that bottom double low here. Yeah, all good. Yeah, appreciate it. It's all good. All right, so we just made more. So we're kind of slowly chipping away at this. Target broke highs again. Man, I don't know if I could have been any more right on those 5 stocks I bought last week. You guys remember that? Man, dude. Again, we bought AMD at 130s. It's at 140s. We bought Amazon at 198s. It's at 201s, almost 202s. We bought Coca-Cola at 63s. It's at almost 65s. We bought Nike at 75s. It's at almost 79s. We bought Pepsi at 160s. It's at 163s. We bought Target at 121s. It's now at 130 plus. So crazy good gains for Target. And so again, we are day trading on Top Step futures. So if you want to day trade futures, get your feet wet, there's the link. Great way to learn. It really is a good way to learn. You can check it out there. No PDT in futures. Great way to get your feet wet. Most day traders lose money, right? So if you put up your own, you know, whatever it is, you're probably going to lose. You try to fund your own account with 5, 10, 15, 20K, you're probably going to lose, right? What Top Step does is they give you kind of like a middle ground. The base one, they give you a 50K demo. It's only $49 a month for a 50K demo. And if you were going to pay for this demo outside of this with real-time data, it's going to cost something in this ballpark, right? 20, 30, 40, 50 bucks. But this is kind of like a souped up one. And so if you make this profit target, if you pass this test, you got to make 3K without losing 2K first on a 50K demo. If you pass it, you get 50K in funding with a 90% split. So it's similar to funding your own account. If you fail, you're only out $49 a month, monthly subscription. And so it's cheap. It's not the end of the world. And it's a really a beautiful middle ground because it teaches you how to trade under pressure. Great way to learn how to day trade, right? And when most day traders lose, it's the obvious choice. But again, they're an affiliate of mine. I'm biased. You can check out the link right there. Great way to help support your boy here in this channel. I appreciate the love. Thanks so much. Again, understand CFTC 4.41, hypothetical or simulated performance. I have limitations, guys. Not an investment professional. I do trade off stream. You're not going to see all my trades. Do not copy me. All that good stuff, chat. Oh, wait. I made the wrong one go away. Here. Hold on. There we go. All right. So we got this pullback here. The market's kind of choppy this week. It really is. The market's kind of choppy. All right, so we got a nice little breakdown here. Big dip, big drop. So we got ourselves green on our other account. Remember, we were down on it today. We just got ourselves green. Trading it off of the support level here. See, we're pulling back to that 200 exponential. I'm going to short this up here. Take 2 contracts, go a little bit larger than we normally do, but I got to be prepared to cut this too. We have a big cushion on the day already. I'm going to cut half of this right there just to protect it. That way if it turns on me, it's not the end of the world. And it turned on me. And then it came right back to me. Okay. I'm going to get out there. So we ended up losing 150. It could have been worse for sure. Yeah, so kind of some big pressure coming down here. Big drops. Look at this red action coming through. Wow. See if we got some news on why this happened. Tariff news, maybe. We got the soundboard. So far, we're choppy right now. I'm gonna short this a little bit more. See if we get like 1 or 2 contracts short on this bounce. There we go. All right, just made about 150 back. So we made everything we lost in that previous trade right back. Question is, do we continue falling down now? Hard to tell. It depends on what Nvidia does here. So Nvidia's starting to dump down. We're going to short this too. Take 2 contracts here short. Hope we get a retracement back down some here too. There we go. All right, we made a little bit there. Not what we wanted, but we made something. I'm going to buy this now too, kind of pivot the opposite way. See if we get a big bounce. Oof. Definitely not what we wanted. Kind of brought ourselves back to where we were. Still green up 400 on the day on this one, but man, big breakdown here. Big red action coming through. Nvidia's dumping down under lows. AMD's completely turning too. Luckily we did take a lot off of AMD at the top, which is good. We have a much smaller position left, which is good. Still green on it. Question is, how deep do we go here with Nvidia falling down to 136s? Hey, thanks. Supermicro Semiconductor still feels like a wedge deal. Yeah, it's trying. I think this might be a liquidity grab, so we're gonna buy it, but I think it's also risky. Two contracts here. Pop up. Oof. Definitely not what we wanted here. We're gonna unload a piece of this off, see if we can go green on it. Somehow we ended up not giving everything back there. Just risky still though. So we're kind of choppy and rangy right now. Very sideways neutral. It's hard to figure out whether we're going to continue to break down. Depends on what Nvidia does, but it's hard to tell whether we're going to continue to break down or whether we're going to go back up and move in a very sideways range for the day. Yeah, I mean, Corey, I'm not sure if you understand this, but the main chart on my screen right now, brother, is the NASDAQ 100. It's the 100 largest stocks in the world, and it's why it's the main stock on our screen, because it tracks all the other stocks too, right? It's the equivalent of the QQQ on the screen right now, brother, you know? And so I think NVIDIA with earnings last week is just what a lot of people are paying attention to. And so we gotta kind of have it up as one of our stocks. But it's not even on the main screen. We're just looking at it. And I think NVIDIA leads the market too. I'm gonna buy this dip. It's kind of risky, but I think we can maybe get some good bounce plays here. There we go, made about 175 just now buying the NASDAQ. I tend to think we're gonna start heading back up some after all this drops, but I think it's super unpredictable right now. Depends on what NVIDIA does. Target bounced right at the VWAP back up to highs, so that looks good too. Yeah, I mean, just to put this into perspective, like the NASDAQ 100, people use two different things mostly to gauge the market. Really, it's three. They use the S&P 500, SPY, E-mini, S&P. You could use either one. They're both the same thing. If I look at the QQQ or the NASDAQ, that's the NASDAQ 100. A little bit more tech heavy, but I would say market follows tech stocks, the Mag 7 tech stocks more than anything. So looking at the NASDAQ's probably a little bit more clearer view of what the broad market is doing. Or you can look at the Dow, right? The Dow is much less diversified. It's only 30, or is it 40? It's the Dow. Yeah. But you can look at like /YM. And see, it's the Dow. So you can look at all of those to gauge the market. They're all pretty similar. Yeah, it's the Dow 30, so I was originally correct about it. All right, we're gonna buy this dip, add to it here, and take our risk. We've already made enough so that we have a cushion, but I would love a rebound back up here. See if we get it. I took half off there. I don't like it. It's just too fast. Yeah, looks like that was the smart move. We saved ourselves a ton of money there just based off of how big that breakdown was. Big drop right now though in markets. Low like market momentum coming in strong here. See if we keep breaking down now. Kind of flat on the day on this account now, but we're up 500 in the other one. Just depends on whether you think NVIDIA is going to bounce up from where it's currently at. See if we crack lows or what we're gonna do. Market's flushing a little bit. Let's see what Nvidia does here. It really depends. Kind of right around low, so I do want to see if we consolidate and rip back up. I'm trying to pause, try to be patient with some of this too. Yeah, we're trying to trade a little bit larger on stream, but we're also kind of at this bottom. I think we might bounce here. It's just taking a little while. Watch AMD, so we do have a little bit of consolidation now too. Market slowed down a lot. We're 30 minutes after the bell too. Post-election cooling. Yeah, that's possible for sure. Question is, do we start to break down now? I see Nvidia start to flush, right? So we have to look at Nvidia to see if it leads everything else back down with us. Where's Bitcoin? Has Bitcoin done anything since the opening bell? Bitcoin dumped fast. Wow, Bitcoin all the way down to 95,000. Is it time to buy that dip in Bitcoin? AMD repositioning itself. Heading back up. Yeah. Because the whole market follows Nvidia to a T. Not to a T, but the whole market follows Nvidia a lot. It follows microchips in general and AI because that's the sector that's influenced the market. And so if you look at like, here's the easiest way to put it, right? So here's Nvidia on the bottom on a 1 minute chart. And here's the NASDAQ. Right, you can see how similar they look. Big breakdown. Like here's the opening bell here. So let me show you kind of the position that they're in. All right, like look. That's the NASDAQ. That's Nvidia. You can put the SPY up too if you want. If you like the SPY. Somebody said the SPY earlier. Very similar. And so you can kind of watch one to gauge the other. AMD also very market moving today. So you look at Apple too, but it really just depends, right? So here's Apple. Here's AMD, here's the SPY. So the SPY is really kind of following AMD a lot this morning. Let's see what happens here. Trying to bounce back some. in stocks. I think you gotta watch AMD, see what AMD does, see if it fights back a little bit more. Very choppy day though so far. Very boring, neutral, sideways. Yeah, this is hard to figure out what it's going to do. It depends on what AMD does here. I would say like one. I'm going to take a longer term short, and if we get into the green, we'll probably add more. I think AMD and SPY kind of look to be at a short level, but take 2 here. See if we start to reject. Don't copy me, of course. There we go. Take half off there just to lock it in. Doesn't look like I got a good fill on it, but that's okay. If we get more in the green, we'll add another contract to this or so, 1 or 2 more, but we got to get more in the green first. There we go. Now we'll add more. 3 contracts. Take some off. Take some off. Get out the rest there. So we just made about 600 in that one. Good. We'll take it. What else we got? Yeah, I thought we looked more shortish there, and it looks like we were right. I'm going to go ahead and close this down, guys. Not a lot going on today. Kind of a choppy day. And so, again, if you want to check out Top Step, great way to learn how to day trade. Most day traders lose. If you try to fund your own account, you're probably going to lose. It's just the truth in markets, right? On Top Step, it's a beautiful thing. I have a 50K funded account. We got a couple challenge accounts. And the way you profit from these, guys, the way you profit is you build up a cushion first. You see, I only start taking this risk when I'm up big on the day already. In at least one of the accounts, right? And so if I'm up big, I'm allowed to take more risks. If I'm not, that's okay. You know, just to show you the, this is my daily P&L on both of the accounts today. This is my daily P&L. I'll show you what my accuracy rates on all of my accounts are like so far. So this is my win rate on all of the accounts, right? So my win rate sits at around 63 to 65%. One of the accounts were up 380. The other one were up 523 or so, 523. So we got a big cushion on both of these, and we can take more risks, right? But Top Step gives you a demo. They test your skill with a demo account first. If you pass the test, they fund you. If you fail, you only lose what you pay for it. In this case, again, it's 49 bucks for the base one. You can get a more expensive one for a little bit more, but there's no PDT in futures. You can day trade the S&P, the NASDAQ, the Dow, the Russell, gold, some currencies. Patterns are super similar to equities patterns. There's just no PDT rule, no PDT restrictions, all that good stuff. And if you want to check it out, they are an affiliate of mine, but it's just a great way to learn how to day trade. And most day traders lose. And so this is a cheaper way to learn. You still have some pressure, not the full extent of funding your own account. But yeah, you can check it out right there. I love you all. You'll have a great day. I'll see you guys later. We'll see if we can you know, build up some more profit. But yeah, guys. I'll see you guys later. Y'all be good.